On an unknown planet in Universe 7, weeks had passed since the day Goku left planet Earth and went in search of the Dragon Balls that would be used to summon Taranbo, one of the Wishing Dragon. After getting the Dragon Balls and summoning Taranbo, Goku ended up completely losing his vision and partially his other senses. At first he didn't understand why he had to lose his senses, especially his vision after making his wish to Taranbo. But Goku, after meditating, he realized that losing his vision and most of his other senses was part of the plan to master the new technique he asked Dragon Taranbo for. Guys, before continuing this epic story, leave your like, and of course, if you want to help the channel even more, leave your super thanks and help the channel financially, and of course subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news. Goku, as the days went by, began to learn how to use that technique, but he often ended up falling to the ground or hitting his face somewhere, and the fact that he always had his eyes open trying to see something hindered his concentration. After thinking for a while, Goku took some bands and put them over his eyes, and thanks to this Goku was able to maintain his concentration for longer and without external interference, and as his clothes ended up being torn during his training, Goku exchanged them for a model similar to his old one. He did this using one of the capsules made by Bulma. The outfit he was wearing now was a white and black outfit, and as Goku wasn't seeing it, for him it was the same outfit he always wore since the model was the same. Goku, as the days went by, learned to use his new technique, and as on that planet there were several wild creatures, Goku ended up facing these creatures. Goku often left the fight injured since he was not used to fighting with that technique, but as time passed, he managed to face those creatures, and the more time passed, the easier it became for him to face those beings. When Goku learned to use that technique, he began to use it along with his transformation into a Super Saiyan, and in a few weeks Goku had already completely mastered that technique combined with the power of his Saiyan transformations. But he had not been able to use it with Ultra Instinct because the difference between Super Saiyan Blue and Ultra Instinct was huge, and Goku knew he didn't have time to combine his new technique with Ultra Instinct, so he ended up focusing on training his new technique with Super Saiyan Blue. Goku, after mastering his technique combined with Super Saiyan Blue, he faced all the creatures that were on that planet and defeated them with ease thanks to his technique, because even though he couldn't see, Goku had the ability to see everything just by feeling the energy of the beings around him. He could even know what his next moves were and also read his opponent's minds. This would be of great use to Goku when he was going to face Frieza again, something he was already waiting for. As Goku had already trained enough, he ended up staying inside the house he created in that cave and started meditating. This helped him a lot with his techniques. The Saiyan stayed like that for a long time because he wanted to be mentally ready for his fight against the Black Frieza. In the 7th universe, currently in the 7th universe, more precisely in the Capsule Corporation, it was possible to see that in the corporation there were several warriors from the planet. They were training because they knew that Frieza's army could invade at any moment. But most of the warriors who were resting saw Vegeta and Beerus facing each other. Vegeta was using that fight to test his new martial art, and even though Vegeta was in his base form, he was managing to concentrate a large amount of energy in his fists, a very destructive energy similar to the power of destruction of the gods of destruction. But this energy had the ability to corrode his opponent's ki, leaving them unable to use their ki, which would greatly weaken his future opponents. Beerus said, "Apparently this new martial art of yours is really very powerful, Vegeta. Now that I'm seeing it with my own eyes, I remember facing someone who used this same martial art in the past, and he was a really interesting mortal, but it's a shame because he was arrogant enough to try to defeat me. But if you learn using this martial art together, with Ultra Ego at its full power, I'm sure you'll be very powerful. You still can't use both at the same time, can you?" asked the God of Destruction while stopping that training combat. Vegeta said, "No, I am not able to use Ultra Ego with this martial art. The two are still unable to unite for now, but with some more training time I know that I will be able to unite the two things into one. But I can use this martial art with my Super Saiyan Blue, and that's enough for now," Vegeta said while looking at Beerus, who looked up at the sky, as well as all the other warriors who were in the Capsule Corporation. "We said, I hope everyone is ready, as Frieza and his army have just arrived," he said the angel when he saw several ships around the planet, and especially a gigantic ship that was above the Capsule Corporation. This was Frieza's spaceship, and the rest were members of his army. Vegeta said, "It was like you said, Beerus. Frieza's army has dominated all the planets and galaxies near planet Earth, which means that the entire planet Earth is surrounded, and Frieza's army will attack every corner of the Earth," said the Prince of Science while feeling the ki of billions of beings around planet Earth. Bulma said, "I was already preparing myself for this, but I was still hoping that it wouldn't happen, but unfortunately it happened. All warriors, separate and go to strategic points on planet Earth, and don't let Frieza's soldiers destroy planet Earth, and don't worry about your loved ones, because everyone is safe in places protected with high technology." Bulma said she was in a room similar to a control room along with her young daughter and Goku and Gohan's family. Upon hearing Bulma's orders, all the warriors separated and went to strategic points on planet Earth. The warriors went in pairs or trios along with some seeds of the gods. It didn't take long for Frieza to get out of his ship and go down to the Capsule Corporation and stare at Vegeta. Frieza said, "Apparently Goku isn't on the planet, so I'll have to start with you, Vegeta," said the Emperor with his usual arrogance. Frieza was already in his Black Frieza form. Vegeta said, "I won't fight you, Frieza. Even though I want to skin your face on the ground, I know that someone needs to eliminate your army quickly, and it will have to be me, so I will leave everything to you, Kakarot," said the Prince of Saiyans, and after finishing speaking, Goku appeared in front of him already transformed into Super Saiyan Blue. Goku said, "You can leave Vegeta to me, I'll finish Frieza." Goku spoke and Vegeta just nodded before transforming into a Super Saiyan and then taking to the skies to meet Frieza's army. Frieza, upon seeing Goku's new look, thought about making fun of him, as Goku liked to do with Frieza, but before he could do that, he was forced to dodge a punch from Goku that suddenly appeared in front of Frieza, even though the blow, although it didn't hit Frieza. Goku's attack ended up generating a large shock wave that made the ground crack at their feet, and a small cut appeared on Frieza's face, which made the Emperor angry. Frieza then aimed a punch at Goku's face, who only used one hand to defend himself, causing Emperor Frieza's blow to be redirected. This surprised the Emperor, who saw that his blow had been predicted by Goku, who had his eyes bandaged. But the Frieza's surprise was surprised by a left hook followed by a kick to his abdomen that made him go backwards, but still with his feet on the ground, leaving a trail on the ground. Frieza, upon seeing that he was being humiliated by Goku, who was only using Super Saiyan Blue, the Emperor became very angry and advanced against Goku, starting a sequence of blows on him. But Goku dodged or redirected the blow with great mastery that to him seemed to be so natural and easy that it was irritating Frieza even more, who accelerated his blows more and more, and yet Goku easily defended them. Frieza, because of his anger, ended up attacking Goku awkwardly, and with that Goku managed to land some precise blows on some points on Frieza's body, but Goku wasn't using his full strength in those attacks, something that Frieza interpreted as if Goku was saying no, it was necessary to fight against him using his full strength. Goku, noticing that the more Frieza got angry, the more gaps he left. To provoke Frieza, Goku started to dodge the Emperor's blows using dance moves, something that made Frieza get even angrier and leave a big gap, and with that Goku hit a punch to Frieza's rib that made him bend over spitting blood, and at that moment Goku saw the perfect chance to defeat Frieza. Everything around Goku slowed down, and for Goku several points on Frieza's body began to glow, and with that at an extreme speed Goku hit all those glowing points, and in a split second Frieza fell to his knees vomiting a lot of blood because of those attacks. Frieza ended up coming back in his base form. It was as if Goku had hit the internal muscles inside Frieza, preventing him from being able to use his ki. Frieza was trying to gather his energy to lessen the pain and increase the speed of his recovery, but he wasn't even succeeding. Controlled his ki, and thanks to blood loss Frieza ended up fainting at Goku's feet, who maintained a serene expression on his face. Goku said, "This new technique matches my fighting style perfectly, and even if I don't eliminate Frieza, he will no longer be able to use his ki, and as a result he cannot access his Golden Frieza or Black Frieza transformation. In addition of his natural physical attributes, Frieza has nothing left and is no longer a threat," Goku said while a smile appeared on his face. After all, he no longer had to worry about Frieza. Guys, this is how we end today's video. What did you think of this story? Did you like the new technique Goku learned? Leave a lot of like on the video and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you another day, guys.